Hello again, fourth graders. As I mentioned on our walk today, we didn't quite have time to do an experiment, partially because I forgot to start the experiment at the beginning of our lesson. So I wanted to take a second and just set it up for you here and send you a quick video of the results. We have 3 different thermometers. Now you might remember that it was about 19 degrees Fahrenheit when we were out on our lesson today. To check the air temperature during the experiment, I'm going to leave one of these thermometers outside, just out in the air. The second one is going to go into this big thing of Crisco shortening. And that's meant to simulate the way that the fat in an animal's skin, the layer of fat under their skin, can help insulate it in the winter. So one thermometer will go into this big thing of Crisco vegetable shortening as if it were animal fat. And then the third thermometer is going to go into this fur that you got a chance to see right at the end of the lesson. And again, this, we think it's from a mink specifically. It was off of an old coat owned by the great-grandmother of one of our volunteers. So 3 different thermometers. You can see they're all synced up right now. I just adjusted them to make sure they're well calibrated. Calibrating just means to set them all so that they'll make the same measurement. So if I put all 3 of these in the same cup of water, we would get the same number on each of the thermometers. Now that they're all calibrated, I'm going to put one in the shortening, one in the furs, and then take one outside, and then we'll place these all out there and get our experiment started. Okay, I'm going to put stuff down right here. So we've got our fur, and you can see I've got the thermometer tucked into there. We've got this one, which is just going to stay out in the air. And then we've got one in the shortening. And I've used a little bit of plastic to keep the thermometer from getting totally gunked up by the shortening. Now, let's see. The time right now is 10:07 a.m. So we're going to pretend that we were out on our lesson together. So if we had done this with the right timing, if I had remembered, we would have left these for 30 minutes. So if it's 10:07 now, I'm going to come back and check these out at 10:37. Okay, it is 10:42, so a couple minutes late, but should be still okay. And let's see what we've got for some temperatures. So first of all, that looks like about 18 degrees there. Each of those little marks is 2 degrees. So we've got 0, and it's one little mark below 20. So 18 degrees is the outdoor temperature. Over here in our fat, I'm going to try to carefully just pull this out just enough to see where we're at. Look at that. That looks to be about 58 degrees right there. So the fat was able to stay much warmer than the cold outside. Let's see how the fur did. Again, I'm going to try to just pull it out and quickly tell. Not as well. Looks like that's about 32 degrees. So better, certainly than the one that was left out in the air. Not nearly as well as this nice block of fat, which is basically the temperature that this was indoors. So hope this serves as a good virtual version. I'll show a little graph right now that will show you the temperatures, and you can see that the one that was in the fat easily won as the most consistent, the most able to stay warm and insulate from the cold.